Hello everyone, I am Krooked and I do stuff, and this is Unscripted, the series where I take a completely unscripted look at games and give it a 1 through 10 rating. Today we are playing Gauntlet 7 Sorrows for the Microsoft Xbox. I played a little bit of this with my good friend Monks as well as Fichu. We were playing it multiplayer and well, we weren't impressed, so I was like, you know what? I need to take a look at this on Unscripted, see, maybe it'll get a little bit better, but yeah. So, the first thing that I noticed right from the get-go when we were playing that's different than most Gauntlet games is you don't, like, just throw your weapon. In Gauntlet, that was kind of the thing. You just run around throwing your weapon non-stop. This one has, like, all this melee stuff, and it's really strange because I don't remember a Gauntlet game having a lot of melee actions. That's just weird. So there's that. Yeah, throwing things, that's Gauntlet. But whoa, okay. Yeah, so let's just jump right in, talk about the controls. Since it's on the original Xbox, you don't have like the L and R or left button and right button. You have, the triggers, you have start, you have back, which apparently doesn't do anything. You have the black button and the white button. The black button does that, the white button doesn't seem to do anything. And that's kind of it. The unique thing about Gauntlet that I remember is when you destroy the generators, enemies stop coming. But in this one, enemies will just get summoned because, and I don't know why. So that's definitely a downside. The controls, I mean, overall they move pretty fluid. The right thumbstick does this kind of a little attack. So, I mean, it is fluid, which you can kind of expect back on the Xbox for things to be fluid. That's when we started getting really good in gaming controls. And L blocks. So there's that. And I think you can kind of counterattack, because it looks like I just did that. Y attacks to launch enemies in the air. X does like a shield break. A is your normal attack. And then B, this is how you Gauntlet. But there's no shield generator up there. Where are these enemies coming from? Dumb. It's annoying because it's like, oh yeah, just because enemies are off screen, all of a sudden I'm getting attacked. It's kind of annoying because if you're playing with multiple people, you can be attacked at any time, even though you destroyed the generator, and it's just enemies coming from nowhere just to say what up and create a problem for you, which is really frustrating, honestly. It's not very Gauntlet-y. And yeah. Sound-wise, I mean, the game sounds good. It makes noises that sound like weapons. It has a soundtrack that sounds pretty epic. It's almost like God of War-y. Every time you hit an enemy, it has a very satisfying, like, shrink noise going directly into the enemy. And explosions sound like explosions. It sounds good. That was weird. I was just like, I got teleported? Okay. But you need like every player to teleport, which kind of takes me into another thing with the game is so it sounds good and it plays good. In terms of graphics, it's kind of a pain in the butt because you're trying to play, especially with multiplayer people, because Gauntlet is a multiplayer game. Like, just in general, Gauntlet is a multiplayer game. And this one, since it's all on one screen and it doesn't ever go to split screen, it just kind of sits there. It's really difficult to do that because you all share the screen, and if you can't, like, if someone's going a different way, you're just stuck. Everyone is stuck. You can't move at all. So one person can like impede the progress of everyone, and it's incredibly frustrating, and it's not really intuitive at all. You do mow through a lot of enemies, which, I mean, that's great. But on the same realm of graphics, everything looks so muted and just not really pleasant. Like, the enemies look very generic. Even the characters look generic. And it's a step down from other games where you could pick, like, what color you want to be for what class, and it would have, like, different skins and stuff for each one. This doesn't have any of that. The chests look very basic. There's nothing about this game that makes it stand out on its own and gives it its own identity. It's just kind of a basic game that has some hack and slash features, but there's nothing that's interesting about it. Okay, magic. I guess there's like combos. That's kind of cool. I can purchase new attacks with gold, so cool, I guess. Yeah. It's lacking in a lot of ways that I feel most Gauntlet games don't lack in. It does have like these cutscenes between stages, which cool. That's pretty standard in gaming, especially during this era. And yeah, it feels more like they saw the success of God of War and wanted to kind of imitate that with its looks, its playstyle, everything. Rather than trying to make the game stand on its own. And what ends up happening is you get a game that doesn't really stand on its own much. Like, this isn't something that the original fans of Gauntlet would enjoy playing, just because it's not that Gauntlet game that they are used to, that they fell in love with. And the new fans of Gauntlet might try it out, but they're probably going to want to switch to something that's a bit more fun and follows the rules of the game that it sets. Because again, the enemies spawning, even though all the things are dead, it's like, well, why does it do that? It shouldn't be doing this, because there's... Oh, well, I guess there's a spawner here, so... There's that, so... Yeah, but watch. After this is dead, I can guarantee you enemies are still going to spawn. Yep, Mana Blast. Go over here. Open the chest. That's fire. And enemies still spawning. And it creates this weird situation where you have, like, certain attacks that have to be done in certain situations, but it doesn't feel good, it doesn't feel accurate for the game style. So, with all that being said, Gauntlet 7 Sorrows is, I mean, a decent hack and slash. If it was just you and one other person, it might be fun. With 4 players, I think it would be entirely unplayable, and would kill a lot of the enjoyment of it, which there already isn't much. So, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. It's decent. If you're a huge fan of Gauntlet, you might enjoy it. If you like hack and slashes, you might enjoy it. If you're looking for something like Gauntlet Legends for the 64 or Gauntlet Dark Legacy, this isn't going to be that game. But comment down below, let me know what your favorite Gauntlet Legends game is. Hit that subscribe button so that way you never miss out on a video. And like this video if you enjoyed what you saw. Other than that, go ahead and hit that notification bell so that way you'll be notified whenever a new episode comes out. And with all that being said, I do want to thank you for watching Unscripted, and I will see you on the next episode. Bye!